So there will be some summaries and takeaway at the end of the session. So overview, what is 3D belt pick? So it is an all-in-one position sensor that SICK is offering, for the position coordinate directly from our camera to your robot. So with UR interface, UR cap, it makes the setup much easier and simpler. So intended application, of course, will be picking object from a running or indexing conveyor. So based on 3D imaging, we have not only XY information, but additional Z information. That will be the height information of the object. So we thus have an easy to use web interface for setup and operation. So common command channel for control from PLC, expandable with custom make function by using plugin. So the process capability. So it have native support on communication for UR, ABB Pigmaster, and Strobe robots, and standard TCP/IP communication for interface, as this is commonly used in the market. Custom interface via plugin concept, where it can be developed locally at SICK sales office or even by customer themselves. So this will give you a lot of flexibility. And 3D image processing, object to peak management. For 3D imaging, it have additional information such as height. So it is contrast dependent. You do not really have to worry much on the contrast. So we have 5 different height measurement mode. So the orientation of it can be in 180 or 360 degree representation. Peak point for non-symmetrical object. So you don't have to worry about your object. It doesn't really need to be in symmetrics. Singularization. So it can separate object if they are touching together with each other. You can separate it as a single object. And of course, gripper object collision detection. This is very important. You do not want the goods to be damaged by this collision. So measurement and inspection based on length, width, height, area, volume, or even parameters. So custom image process via plugin concept, same thing. This can be developed by SICK sales office or by customer directly. So the setup is quite simple. So of course, on the first step, you have to mount, wire, and power up camera and robot, of course. So the next step will be define camera installation, parameters, your encoder setting, and camera versus belt position, and the field of view. So the communication setting, example, for select UR robots in this case. Install UR cap on robot controller, set the correct parameters, encoder, and stroke signals. Define the pickup zone and position. So once this is done, align camera and robot coordinate system. Just follow the simple 7-step wizard in UR cap. Scan and point on alignment. So target printed from 3D belt pick menu. So you can print out the calibration kit from menu and do a simple calibration. So next will be defining your job and setting in camera and robots. And it is almost ready to run. So I'll explain a bit on 3D imaging and the working principle. So on our transpector, it is using laser triangulation to give you the 3D information. So how does this work? A laser line is being projected on the object. A high profile will be created and captured by the camera at a certain angle. So based on this, we have the height information plus movement information collected from encoder pulse. So this will allow us to form a 3D images with all the information. So as you can see, one of the benefits for 3D images versus 2D image. So it is contrast independent. So you do not need to worry much on the contrast, as object is detected by height differences. Even in low contrast scenario, it can handle easily. So for those of you who have experience with 2D camera, you will need to have a good contrast in order to have a very stable application. So with this additional Z information, you do not need to worry too much on this. And of course, you do not need to also worry on stain on belt and also discoloration on belt after long run, and even stickers or debris on your belt. So 3D images will give you a more contrast information comparing to a 2D image. And even you do not need to worry about the different color. So same thing for those who have experience in 2D. Once you have many different variants of color, the contrast might be different. It makes your job more difficult. So by using 3D, you have additional information. You can have even the whole volume, and with the height information, it can give you a very robust application by using the height information, the Z information. So no retouch is really needed, or very few parameter change is needed. So as you can see for the picture, if you are having object with different height, by 2D camera, it is almost impossible for you to have the height information. Yeah. So with 3D imaging, you can directly have the height information. So this can prevent your gripper and even object collision. So your object will not be smashed by the gripper and reduce a lot of damage on your tooling. So object with natural variants, yeah, can be handled easily. Example like fruits, vegetable, fish, meat. Yeah. So you can select where to pick based on 3 information, X, Y, and Z info, and even based on the volume. So of course, volume will be equal to weight. As you have a bigger volume, your object will be heavy. So it is adapting, it will enable you to adapt the picking process, yeah, speed and acceleration. So based on volume and weight, or even X, Y, Z dimension. So you can optimize speed at minimum risk of losing your object. So summary and takeaway. So 3D belt pick is an easy to use object localization sensors for belt pick application. Yeah. So it is well integrated in UR via UR cap, UR robot via UR cap. So it is color, contrast, and shape independent. You do not need to worry too much on the color of your item, contrast, and even the shape. Yeah. So 3D belt pick will bring a third dimension to your belt picking process. So with the additional Z information, that is the height information. Convenient, no retouch or very few parameter changes at product changeover. Yeah, reduce the risk of product loss or damages by crashing into the object directly. So you can get more information from www.sig.com/3D belt pick. So kindly help me with the next poll where we will prepare for a live demo for you.
Okay, so while Brian is preparing the demo now, we will run a poll. So you can see on the screen there are 3 questions. You can submit your answer first, and Brian will be ready with the demo soon. Okay, so Brian, are you ready for the demonstration?
Yes. Okay, thank you for your time on the poll. So I will show you what we prepared for the live demo. We have 4 different bottle cap. Yeah, as you can see, 2 different design, and the other one is a higher bottle cap. So as you can see on the conveyor, we have a encoder. Yeah, this will be giving you the Y information to the camera, and the laser line. This is where it is giving the Z information, the height information, back to the robot. Yeah. So by all this, we are able to detect the height and the XY of the bottle cap. So I'll show you an example first. I'll run through. Just take note on the gripper side, when the robot is going to pick up, it will be picking it at different height. So I'll run a simple one first. So next will be the different design. Yeah, a single cap, bottle cap. And the third demo will be a higher cap with 2 bottle cap on top. And take note on the gripper height that is picking up from. Okay, I will place the bottle cap side by side so that you will be able to notice at least the gripper height. So I'll put the double cap. After it's scanned through the laser line, I'll place the single cap just beside it. So by the z-axis, the robot will be able to have the height information.
Okay, so I think there are a few questions here that was raised. They request for a closer look on the gripper position to see the height difference.
Okay, understand. So I think
to zoom in the
Yep, I think in order to have a better view, I'll put one of the cap on top. So we have a 3-layer bottle cap. So the height will be different. So you only pick up the top cap where it remains the double cap at the bottom. So take a closer look. Oops, 1 minute. Okay. So now we have 3 cap and the robot will only pick up the top cap, bottle cap. Yep. So this is to show you that it has the Z information where this is the height information.
Okay. All right. And the second question is on the whether is there any additional controller or program needed for this 3D belt picking solution?
Yeah, the beauty for this solution, 3D belt pick, is that it come when you arrive this item, everything is inside. You do not need additional controller because you are configuring or programming it using a web browser. Yeah, so the purpose is to make it as simple as possible on the setup.
Yes, and the next question is also on is it possible to do arrangement on the demo on the site? Is there any arrangement for this?
Of course, on site, it will be, I wouldn't say it is totally not possible, yeah, but I recommend that we have your inquiry first, and if it will be good that if we can have even your sample. So as you can see, we have the setup already in our office. So we can even do a feasibility study for you. And after that, if everything is okay, we can try to set it up if it is possible. Yeah.
Okay, and I think it's possible that after this session, you can actually head over to our virtual booth, and we have our live our different representative from different countries in Southeast Asia that can attend to your requests. So if you have anything that you want to find out more, or you want to arrange a site visit based on the solution that you already have or something like that, you all can speak to them. They will assist you from there. All right. Is there any other question? You all can raise it, continue to raise it on the chat. Okay, and there is actually also this QR code flash on the screen right now, as you can see. If you have further question or you would like to leave a feedback behind, you can scan the QR code and it will lead you to a survey page. You can leave your comment, and if you have further inquiries that you would like to find out more, you can leave it there and we will get in touch with you after the session. So if there is no other question right now, we will end the session. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate having all of you here, and we will just send you the links after the session. So please leave your email address behind, and we will get in touch with you. Thank you, and we hope to see you again.